Hello science student, just in case you missed our Synch Meet yesterday or today, here's what we did. We play Would You Rather game to get to know each other better. If you find $200, what would you rather do? In my case, I return it to the possible person by asking the store manager that I found it in the grocery store to look up the camera and return it. That's just me. Which one would you rather do? My family have both. My mom and dad started business because where they came from, they didn't really get a chance to go to college, and they did just fine. Me and my brother and sister mostly choose the college path because in America, my parents' knowledge and wisdom doesn't really apply. Running a small shop in a third world country is not the same way as running a business here or getting a career. So we chose different career based on college education. And in that process, we were able to meet people who would give us advice and career path. Some of them became lifelong mentor, and some of them are friends now because when they were 20 something, I was in my teenage year, and now I can learn from them and still talk to them as equal because we're more experienced. Which one would you rather be, famous or rich? I don't really care about people knowing about me or how they feel about me if that person have nothing to do with me directly. I do care about people in my life, like family and friends, if I am treating them right or not. And if they hating me for nothing I've done wrong, then that's different. But if they hating me because I've been a selfish, ignorant person, then that's a different story. So I do only care about people who matters to me, not if the rest of the world know about me or not. Wealth, yeah, I'd rather be rich than known by people who I don't care about. And with that money, I can choose to do things that make me happier. Maybe spend some of it on helping other people, some of it on spending time with family, friends, and family from farther away. Or go on a trip so I can learn more about other country and learn other things. So here's just a short video. If you want to link to the video of a young lady who is for the first time selected as a Time Person of the Year under the age of 18 is a new thing. And she's 15. She talks about how she tried to innovate and make life better for other people by testing out if there's lead in water or prevent bullying. One person I actually think is pretty cool. He's a little cray-cray in a way. Is Elon Musk. He talked about being persistent and how things are possible. If you look up a lot of quote about him, the word possible is very important. If you try and work hard on something, you might fail, but at least you have a chance of making it possible. If you don't try, then you have zero chance. And then this week, he made over $100 billion this year, so he became the second richest man because the stock for his company went up a lot. The company, once again, the goal is to make greener, environmentally more friendly car, as well as technology that can make life easier for people, like self-driving taxi. So that way older people can just hail a car, come to their house and pick it up, and they don't have to worry about going out as much because if they feel driving when they're 80, 90 years old, they can feel safe with a car that can drive itself in the next couple of years. He said by the end of 2021, maybe it should be ready to be approved by the government. Here's an example of the Akron brother. You can look at the Instagram thing, and they innovate. Innovate means use something that already exists and make it useful or beneficial. So here they have a gas station that is in an area in California, Fresno, California, I believe, that has a lot of homelessness. But instead of just sitting there browsing, they were creating content on Instagram and other places to share some of the life story of some of these people because before they became homeless they were just ordinary human being like you and I, and you never know who they could be, but they were able to get a lot of charity donation from a lot of the followers and things like that to help some of these homeless people and bring awareness to that. To the main topic for chemistry day, I'm just touching on it lightly. Make sure you know the name of these four family, the first two, and then the last two, the name is down here. Some people ask me, Mr. Wu, how do you remember which row down here or the period? That's lanthanide and actinide. Just look for the element and the first element in that period. So La would be lanthanide and then Ac would be actinide. The metal alloy is once again here. That is both metal and non-metal. All of the metal are to the left and below that, and the non-metal are above. Okay. So if you were asked which element is the most different from chlorine, you would find the one that's the farthest away. And the farthest away will be on the opposite end of the periodic table. Okay, so this and this will be the opposite of each other as far as possible. So chlorine is still quite similar to all these, somewhat similar to these, quite different from these, and very, very different from francium. So the answer would have been francium, because francium is a metal, chlorine is a non-metal, and francium is the most metallic. Chlorine is one of the most non-metallic substances out there because it's a gas. If you're asked which one is the most similar, you would look for the one that's in the same family. The closest relative to SN would be GE and PB because it's the closest to it. But here this question also said which one is non-metal. And once again, let me remind you, the staircase is the metalloid. Anything above that is a non-metal. So the correct answer for this one would have been carbon because it's in the same family or the same group. And it is a non-metal because your graphite, which is pencil lead, is carbon, is brittle, and you know it's non-metal because metal don't snap like that. Okay, with that, I wish you a good happy weekend and peace out.